Hello, because of the importance of the nitric oxide exercise routine, I didn't want anybody to be left behind. What do I mean by this? Well, find out in a couple of seconds. I'll see you shortly.
Now for today's 2020 idea to better health, please welcome on stage Dr. Joe.
Hello, welcome back. I'm Dr. Joe of the drjoe.com. Well, if this is your first time on this channel, can I extend a warm welcome to you? This is your home of 2020 ideas to better health. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. So because of the importance of the nitric oxide exercise routine, I felt nobody, no man or woman should be left behind. What do I mean by this? Well, a couple of people have complained about the fact that they have problems with their shoulders. Others have complained about problems with their knees. So I had to do this video to find alternative exercises for them. Okay, so that's what this video is about. Right, before we continue, let me just clarify something I said in the last video that got one or two people confused. It's about the 2-hour rule. Now, you need to have a minimum of 2 hours between each exercise session. What is an exercise session? An exercise session is the 3 sets that you're supposed to do. Once you complete your 3 sets, that is one exercise session. So the next time you're going to do the next exercise session, there should be a minimum of 2 hours between the last one and the next one. Now, if you're somebody who does one exercise session in the morning, another one in the afternoon, and then another one in the evening when you're back from work, it doesn't matter because you're already going to have more than 2 hours interval between them anyway. This rule applies to a situation where, for instance, you are home on the weekend and you do one exercise session at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then by 10 o'clock you feel like, oh, I'm ready for the next one. Then you go ahead and do the next one, and then by 11 you feel like, oh, I'm ready for the next one again, and then you go ahead and do the third one. No, that is not ideal. You need to have a minimum of 2 hours between each session. So 3 sets, 1 session, complete that, rest for at least 2 hours for your body to make more nitric oxide, put it in the tank, and then you go ahead and do the next session after 2 hours. If it's more than 2 hours, that's fine, but it shouldn't be less than 2 hours. I hope that clarifies the situation. So let's move on to the exercise modification for those people with joint issues. So this is a modification of the nitric oxide dump exercise routine. These are for people who have problems raising their arms this high. So they have problems with the circular arm swing, and they also have problems with the shoulder press. Okay, so they're okay with the static forward march. So what can you do if you cannot do the circular arm swing? Okay, what can you do? Well, this is what I've come up with. You can go like this and like that, like this, like that, like this, like that. So you need to do 20 reps of this. Okay, that's what you need to do in place of the circular arm swing. Okay, so that's for that. So what can you do if you cannot do the shoulder press? So I've come up with what I would probably call the butterfly technique. So it's like you go in swimming. So you go like that, like that, like that, like that. All right, you know, you're going to do 20 reps of this. All right, that, that, in place of the shoulder press. For those of you who got problems with that, do this, okay? And you have problems with the circular arm swing, then go like that, go all the way back and then forward, like that. Okay, so what can you do if your knees cannot hack the squats in the regular nitric oxide dump exercise routine? Well, I've come up with 2 modifications, and hopefully this should work. The first modification is that you should do what I would describe as the mini squat. So you just go halfway down, if you like. You just go a little bit down and then up, down and then up, down and then up. So that's one modification. Another modification you can attempt is you just get a chair in your house, and all you need to do is you sit on the chair like that and then up, like that, up, down and then up, down and then up, down and then up. So you do 20 reps of either the mini squat or the sit down exercise. You do 20 reps just like you did for the others, and you're going to do 3 sets. Okay, now what if your knees cannot hack those 2 modifications? What can you do? Well, what I've come up with is you should do the regular static forward march, okay, the circular arm swings, okay, the 20 reps of that, and the shoulder presses. You do all of that, and 20 reps for each, 3 sets. But instead of doing 3 sets, you should do 5 sets to compensate for your lack of lower body workout. Okay, that is if your knees cannot take those 2 modifications that I just described. All right, so that's about the only thing I could come up with, because as far as the nitric oxide dump exercise is concerned, the squats are really important because we need to recruit all the thigh muscles into action. So the quads, the hamstrings, and the glutes, they all need to be recruited into action. So there's no walk around. Those 2 modifications are the only things I could come up with. I hope that helps. So I hope you found these modifications of the nitric oxide exercise routine helpful. I don't want anybody to be left out because it's so important that you do them. They're simple to do. They require very little time. You don't need a gym. All you need is yourself and a bit of space. That's about it, really. So I don't want anybody to be left out on account of problems with their shoulders or their knees. Well, if you found value from this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you got any questions regarding it, please ask your questions below, or if you got any comments, leave your comments below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. I think that's about it. Until next time, well, this is Dr. Joe signing out.